Good morning, everybody. I'm pleased to join Senator Capito in calling this business meeting to order as we prepare to consider two nominations, a wastewater infrastructure bill, rather, and legislation to honor a barrier-breaking leader in transportation. First, let me say that I'm delighted and grateful that we're voting today on important water legislation that is the result of months of collaboration by members of this committee on both sides of the aisle and the hard work of the members of both staffs. The Drinking Water and Wastewater Infrastructure Act increases our government's commitment to providing safe and resilient water systems to cities and communities, both large and small. I especially want to thank some of the members of what I call the water staff, the water team on the majority side: John King, Andy D'Amato, Mackie McIntosh, Lizzie Olson, and with Senator Duckworth. On the minority side, Travis, thank you, Jess Kramer, and Adam Stewart, who I believe works for Senator Lummis, I think. Yeah. This bill authorizes funding for the EPA's Clean Water and Safe Drinking Water state revolving funds and directs resources, particularly to disadvantaged to rural and tribal communities. This bill helps to ensure that the drinking water coming out of the faucets across the country is safe to drink, regardless of a neighborhood's zip code or the economic status of its citizens. I especially want to thank Senators Capito, Duckworth, Lummis, and Cardin for their partnership and leadership on this legislation. Senators Cardin and Wicker have helped to address water affordability for people who are struggling to pay their water bills. We especially appreciate their efforts. I'm also proud that we're considering a bipartisan bill to name the Department of Transportation headquarters here in Washington, D.C. after the late William T. Coleman, the first African-American ever to lead that agency. Mr. Coleman brought to U.S. DOT a special focus on improving life in our cities and lowering air pollution from our transportation systems. Today, we come together to recognize his lifetime of service to this country. Today, we're also considering a couple of the president's nominees. Up first is Brenda Mallory, who's been nominated to serve as chair of the White House Council on Environmental Quality, or CEQ. No stranger to CEQ, Ms. Mallory served there for a number of years after an impressive tenure of more than a decade at EPA, including under President George W. Bush. She has earned respect from both sides of the aisle and would be the first African American to lead CEQ if confirmed. I'm confident that Ms. Mallory will ensure that bedrock protections for the National Environmental Policy Act are being fairly and adequately deployed to safeguard clean air and water throughout our country. She's an effective and proven leader who brings people together to find lasting solutions to some of our most pressing challenges. No fewer than 13 past Republican CEO chairs and EPA appointees recently sent us a letter supporting Ms. Mallory's nomination, and I'll be proud to vote for her today. Somebody said to me, Shelley, said, aren't any Democrats for her? And I said, well, a few are, but we got a ton of Republicans, so we'll see how it works out. But next, though, we are considering our president's choice for Deputy Director of the EPA, and that would be Janet McCabe. We'd be hard-pressed to find many others with Ms. McCabe's level of experience and understanding of the inner workings of this agency. After the chaos of the past 4 years, I have every confidence that Ms. McCabe is the kind of steady hand we need, working with Administrator Michael Regan to rebuild morale and restore scientific integrity in this agency. Another leader who enjoys support from across the political spectrum, Ms. McCabe has been recommended by no less than 9 people who previously served in the role for which she's been nominated. 5 are Democrats and 4 are Republicans. Members of this committee have heard me say more than a few times that true leaders are humble, not haughty. They have the hearts of a servant and understand that their job is to serve, not be served. Brenda Mallory and Janet McCabe will each be that kind of leader, and I'm confident that they will serve the American people with integrity and humility. Let me just close, if I could, by noting how proud I am today to lead this committee, and with our ranking member, Senator Capito. I believe collectively we've shown again today that we can come together across the aisle to help meet the pressing water infrastructure needs of the American people. We can do that with our nominations before us, too, And throughout this entire process, Brenda Mallory and Janet McCabe have conducted themselves with dignity and honor. Neither of them have uttered a partisan or divisive word during the confirmation process, and I urge our colleagues to join me in supporting them today. And in the unlikely event that they prove to be unreasonable or unresponsive, should they be confirmed, we'll invite them to come back before this committee again and answer bipartisan questions, although I highly doubt that that need will arise. And just as this committee comes together on water, I hope we can come together to confirm these highly qualified nominees. Proud to support all the measures before us today and grateful to everyone who's worked on them, and I hope all of our colleagues will join me in that support. And with that said, let me turn to our ranking member, Senator Capito, and again, my thanks for all of your help in that of your staff.